I'm attempting to 100% the entire Mass Effect trilogy on Insanity, featuring 127 achievements with 3 games packed full of content. This will prove to be my most lengthy and satisfying achievement hunt yet. Space, the final frontier. I'll admit, I'm sort of intimidated making videos on Mass Effect. Being 100% the achievements and also fully experiencing the trilogy is a daunting task to put into words, and sorting through the footage is excruciating, as these games are so rich, deep in lore, well-written characters, and a simply stunning science fiction story. Thanks hugely to the Legendary Edition upgrades, the original Mass Effect might just be my favorite. It tells a tense, tight, gripping story that feels completely satisfying while setting up not only a trilogy, but an entire universe. I am planning on making a separate video on these games eventually, so I don't ramble on here too long. Leave a like and please subscribe, as these projects take a long time to make, and it really helps the channel grow. Achievement wise, it's pretty standard, as the first game doesn't have any loyalty missions or war assets to worry about, so there's a lot less stress involved. There are several cross-game achievements to consider before starting, like using the same character throughout, establishing romances, and beating the entire trilogy on Insanity. Choosing the Infiltrator class and going with default Shepard. Jumping right into the action, Shepard is aboard the Normandy, en route to respond to a distress beacon. But things are not quite as they seem as Shepard and his team land. Eden Prime, where it all begins. Editor's note, I'm editing this as I finished my Mass Effect 3 playthrough, putting me in a certain emotional state. Here, I fumble around with the controls and get used to things, being later introduced to classic Mass Effect squad mate Ashley Williams.
Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212. You the one in charge here, sir? We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
Any idea what kind of enemy we're facing?
I think they're Geth.
The Geth haven't been seen outside the Veil in nearly 200 years. Why are they here now?
Shepard is informed things are far worse than anticipated, as the colony is under siege by the Geth, a terrifying synthetic entity. Why they're here is very much a mystery. The combat features a mixture of powers and gunplay, with cover and squad commands. In Mass Effect 1, the biotic powers are very OP, and the gunplay might feel dated to some, but I enjoyed the way upgrades work for the weapons. Oh yeah, hacking minigames. So mid-2000s gaming. Battling through hordes of husks, which become more unsettling when you realize they are human colonists harvested and turned into monstrosities. Here we are introduced to Saren, a Spectre agent. Spectres are basically the 007s working for the Council, who seems to be behind this attack, defusing the bombs and battling towards the source of all this fuss. A Prothean beacon. Interacting with it, Shepard violently becomes filled with terrifying visions of unexplainable horrors.
No, don't touch it!
Gotta take a moment to appreciate how such a major plot point for the whole trilogy happens so early in the game. Gaining our first achievement for completing the level, we see Saren is definitely on something, and we head immediately to the Citadel, the galactic home base for many races across the galaxy, forming a council and acting as a galactic hub for trade.
No evidence to support your charge of treason.
An eyewitness saw him kill Nihilus in cold blood.
But of course, our little story doesn't really go over well with the council. And to make matters worse, Saren is one of their most trusted agents, and humanity is the new race in the pecking order. So it sounds like we're just picking a fight.
That just let you catch him off guard. Captain Anderson, you always seem to be involved when humanity makes false charges against me. And this must be your protege, Commander Shepard, the one who let the beacon get destroyed.
The Council has found no evidence of any connection between Saren and the Geth. Ambassador, your petition to have him disbarred from the Spectres is denied.
Every colony we have is at risk. Every world we control is in danger. Even Earth isn't safe.
We need to deal with Saren ourselves.
As a Spectre, he's virtually untouchable. We need to find some way to expose him.
Discussing our next course of action with Captain Anderson, we nose around the Citadel for any clues. A lead surrounding a mysterious figure called the Shadow Broker might be what we're looking for.
Information about Saren?
You're very blunt, Shepard. But you're right. I am an agent for the Shadow Broker, and I do know something about Saren.
And after a brief conversation, we are pointed towards a Krogan named Rex, who just so happens to give us exactly what we're looking for.
You want me to arrest you?
I want you to try. I've been hired to kill the owner of Cora's Den, a man named Fist. He did something very foolish. A Quarian showed up here on the Citadel. She was on the run. She wanted to trade information for a safe place to hide, so she went to Fist.
What does Saren have to do with this?
Well, the Quarian has something that connects Saren to the Geth. He paid Fist a small fortune for her.
If we get our hands on that evidence, we can prove that Saren's a traitor.
And after meeting the legend himself, Garrus Vicarian.
Perfect timing, Shepard. Gave me a clear shot at that bastard.
Glad I could help.
She must be able to link Saren to the Geth. There is no way the Council can ignore this.
Time we paid Fist a visit.
This is your show, Shepard. But I want to bring Saren down as much as you do. I'm coming with you.
Welcome aboard, Garrus.
We head over to Cora's Den, a nightclub run by the gangster Fisk, to find our lead. Getting the Sabotage Specialist achievement during the battle, we deal with Fisk, learning our lead is actually a Quarian named Tali.
He's no use to you now. Let me kill him.
Wait, I don't know where the Quarian is, but I know where you can find her.
Give me the location. Now.
Here on the wards, the back alley by the markets. She's supposed to meet them right now. You can make it if you hurry.
Who has evidence linking Saren to the Geth, rescuing her from Saren's goons.
I know how to look after myself. Not that I don't appreciate the help.
We bring her to the Council, hoping to persuade them of the impending threat. Quickly getting the achievement for completing 5 missions with a Sentinel squad mate, 4.
Don't make the same mistake again.
This is different.
After presenting the evidence, Saren's treachery runs even deeper as he is searching for something known as the Conduit, a vital key to the return of the Reapers. Yeah, those guys. More on them later.
He is using to bend the Geth to his will.
50,000 years ago, the Reapers wiped out all galactic civilization. If Saren finds the Conduit, it will happen again.
With the Council convinced of Saren's treachery, but still completely ignoring the Reapers, Shepard is given Spectre status, and we are given our next achievement.
Down to the C-Sec Academy, and speak to the Spectre Requisitions Officer.
Anderson, come with me. I'll need your help to set all this up.
Chatting up with Anderson, we unlock the Archivist achievement for unlocking all primary codexes, you know, lore stuff. Boarding our new ship, the Normandy. Good to be back, version 1.0 Normandy.
We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the Conduit. I won't lie to you, crew. This mission isn't going to be easy.
Our enemy knows we're coming.
Wherever he searches for the Conduit, we'll be there. We will hunt him to the very ends of the galaxy and bring him down.
Humanity needs to do this.
Not just for our own sake, but for the sake of every other species in Citadel space. Saren must be stopped. And I promise you all, we will stop him.
Well said, Commander. Captain will be proud.
Fancy speeches won't stop Saren from finding the Conduit. If we really
yes, sir.
Here, we are introduced to Galaxy Map, where we select a variety of missions, search for resources. You all remember the Mako, right? Love it or hate it, it's back in all its glory. Since the way we gather resources in this game is to land on various planets and drive through them, instead of later games where you just scan planets for resources. First, I decided to explore around the Citadel further, unlocking the achievement for completing 5 missions with a Krogan squad member. Then, another achievement for landing on an uncharted planet. Choosing a mission to rescue a certain Asari archaeologist first, as I want to get all my squad mates early and get everyone leveled up. Landing on the planet, Saren's Geth forces are already closing in. These early game fights had to be taken slow as I get one-shotted pretty quick due to insanity difficulty and my lack of upgrades. Inching my way through the Geth, I unlocked the achievement for using shield overload 25 times. As most of you are probably aware, Mass Effect combat features various powers, in addition to weapons. These powers are broken into a couple of different categories. Biotics, think Jedis but actually OP, with powers like pull, warp, and singularity. Tech powers like the handy shield overload, incinerate, and cloaking abilities. Combat, featuring concussive shot, a powerful blast helpful in creating space. And ammo abilities, allowing you to enhance your regular ammo. Further, I encounter a mini-boss of sorts, and after doing some serious corner peeking, defeat the giant Geth. Reaching the Asari, we rescue her and are formally introduced to Liara Tisoli, the smartest Asari. Her knowledge on ancient Protheans has made her a target of Saren, and we could definitely use her assets. I mean, knowledge aboard the Normandy.
So, I need you to get me out of it, alright?
Find some way to help you.
There is a control in here that should deactivate this thing. You'll have to find some way past the barrier curtain. Oh, how did you get in here? I didn't think there was any way past the barrier. At least I still cannot believe all this. Why would the Geth come after me? Do you think Benezia's involved?
Saren's looking for the Conduit. Think fast, Miss Prothean expert.
The Conduit? But I don't know.
Joker, get the Normandy airborne and lock in on my signal. On the double, mister.
Aye, aye, Commander. Secure and away. ETA 8 minutes.
He needs to move faster.
She'll stay with us, thanks.
Not an option. Saren wants her, and he always gets what he wants.
The following fight might be the hardest part of the game for me. I spent hours trying to defeat all the enemies here with a severe lack of room and firepower. Unlocking the achievements for Dampening Specialist, and completing 5 missions with Alliance squad member during the encounter.
Too close, Commander. 10 more seconds we would have been swimming in molten sulfur. The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes.
Eventually escaping
They tend to
with
fry
Liara
our
and the
sensors
achievement.
and melt our hull. Just for...
I don't know why Saren wanted you out of the picture, but I think we'll be a lot better off if we bring you along.
Thank you, Commander. Saren might command.
Ben decides to join our
I
crew.
cannot think of anywhere safer than here on your ship. And my knowledge of the Protheans.
Spending the
might
next
be
several
useful
hours
later on.
exploring, grinding side quests and achievements, gaining the Throwmaster and Neuroshock achievement in a space cave full of husks. Completing 5 missions with a Quarian member. Landing on 4, then 8 unknown worlds. Getting 250 kills. 5 missions complete with a Turian and a Sari member, respectively. Then for using Medigel 50 times, which is not hard on insanity. And finally, the Warp Mastery achievement, before I focus on the main story again. Heading to the planet Feros to investigate Geth presence on a small colony with seemingly nothing of interest. We battle through the landing zone to the camp, where things aren't going well and seem a little off. So we continue our investigation and make sure to aid any civilians for extra Paragon points, gaining a ton of achievements in the next few encounters. Barrier Mastery, Stasis, Singularity Mastery, Lift, and then AI Hacking Mastery achievement. After all these achievements, we encounter a group of shady scientists and mercs hiding out. We learn about a top secret, not at all dangerous research project that is behind the sudden Geth interest. Getting no further answers, we head out to see what all the fuss is about. Eventually finding some weird alien mind control thingy has been covered up, unbeknownst to the civilians living above the creature, which is the cause of their weird behavior and Saren's attack. Dealing with this thing, we discover it's a creature called a Thorian, existing for centuries and possessing mind control powers. Bring in Asari, who was encased in it after Saren fed her to the creature, when he acquired the info he needed.
He calls it sovereign.
She explains the situation and offers to share the info with Shepard via mind meld or whatever. Experiencing another vision of Reapers, invasions, and other horrors that leaves Shepard with more questions than answers.
I have given you the cipher, just as it was given to Saren. The ancestral memories of the Protheans are part of you now.
We leave the Asari to help aid the civilians and
I
head
would like
back
to
to
stay
camp.
here with the colonists. They have suffered greatly.
The colonists will need all the help
Thank you,
they can
Commander.
With the invasion defeated and the alien cover-up dealt with,
You
the
did it.
inhabitants of Feros are free to rebuild. And the achievement for completing the mission unlocks. Reporting all this to the Council and having a little spat over Commander Shepard, the crew heads to the planet Navarro, where Saren's forces have snuck into a top-secret facility. Landing, the planet isn't very welcoming and security is very tight. We are immediately denied access to the facility and any further investigations, and asked to leave. Leaving, we have an interesting conversation with the planet's secretary, who happens to be undercover, and if we can help her bust the ambassador, we will have access and all the security clearance we need. Finding an old Turian who's recently been fired from his head of security job for digging up dirt on the leader, we head to his old office, encountering the hopefully corrupt security force. I say hopefully because we eliminate them all. Gathering the evidence needed, our secretary friend tells us it's useless unless we get the old Turian to testify. We eventually convince him, gaining a huge amount of Paragon points in the process, and the 75% Paragon or Renegade achievement. Paragon and Renegade choices are this game's morality system, and you can fill up the meter in either directions, unlocking new dialogue, cheaper prices, or the ability to be a complete jerk shepherd. After arresting the leader, we are given the access needed to proceed the mission. Finally. Entering the facility, it's become overrun with vicious creatures known as Rachni. And we encounter a security team on the last defenses. Helping their cause, we encounter Saren's corrupt Asari matriarch.
Saren's enemies. I won't be moved by sympathy.
Who is under Saren's influence and has lost free will. Learning there is a plan to build an army of Rachni, we battle her and her squad of commandos. A tough fight, but nothing too scary. Defeating her, Shepard is confronted by the Rachni Queen.
Serves as our voice. We cannot sing. Are we to fade away once more?
Commander, I don't trust this thing. We know its kind are killers. The tank is rigged with acid. I recommend using it.
They made a mistake. They let the Krogan go too far. This is a chance for us to atone. She has done nothing to us.
Your companions hear the truth. You have the power to free us, or return our people to the silence of memory.
Who explains how they were controlled and forced to kill for Saren.
I won't destroy your entire race. You'll go free.
Next, Shepard receives a distress call from an asteroid base that has been invaded by a slimy race known as the Batarians. They really suck. Battling past turrets, we enter the facility and tell the Batarians to shove it. And defuse several bombs before saving the innocents aboard the station. Unlocking the Bring Down the Sky achievement, which I think originally served as DLC for the game. Then unlocking the 1,000 kill achievement, which can be done across all games, but doesn't take very long to accomplish. Space monkeys. Lots and lots of space monkeys. Landing on the planet Virmire, whatever, to aid a Salarian team assaulting Saren's main base. We find them in dire need of reinforcements as Saren's Geth are proving tougher than anticipated.
Are you in charge here? What's the situation?
I'm Captain Kirahi, 3rd Infiltration Regiment STG. You and your crew have just landed in the middle of a hot zone. Every AA gun within 10 miles has been alerted to your presence. All they sent? I told the Council to send a fleet.
We couldn't understand your transmission. They sent me to investigate.
He's using the facility to breed an army of Krogan.
How is that possible?
Apparently, Saren has discovered a cure for the genophage.
The Geth are bad enough, but a Krogan army? He'd be almost unstoppable.
Exactly my thoughts. We must ensure that this facility and its secrets are destroyed.
Destroyed? I don't think so. Our people are dying. This cure can save them.
If that cure leaves this planet, the Krogan will become unstoppable. We can't make the same mistake again.
We are not a mistake.
Is he going to be a problem? We already have enough angry Krogan to deal with.
Encountering a risky, tense confrontation with our Krogan teammate Rex. Depending on your dialogue choices and Paragon points, will have dramatically different outcomes. Rex finds out Saren has a cure for his people. This is where having high Paragon pays off, as we can convince him to stand down.
You want to destroy it. Help me out here, Shepard. The lines between friend and foe are getting a little blurry from where I stand.
This isn't a cure, it's a weapon! And if Saren is allowed to use it, you won't be around to reap the benefits. None of us will.
That's a chance we should be willing to take. This is the fate of my entire people we're talking about. If you can't give me a better reason than this to destroy the hopes of my people, then I'm done with you.
I can't let you jeopardize the mission.
So that's it. All this time, and that's all I get from you. How can you not see what this means to the Krogan? This base can't be destroyed. I won't allow it.
These Krogan are slaves of Saren. Puppets. Tools to be used and discarded. Is that what you want for your people?
No, we were tools for the Council once. To thank us for wiping out the Rachni, they neutered us all. I doubt Saren will be as generous. All right, Shepard. You've made your point. I don't like this, but I trust you enough to follow your lead. Just one thing. When we find Saren, I want his head.
As these aren't real Krogans, but Saren's automatons, acquiring a highly missable achievement here. It is entirely possible to fail the dialogue checks and have to kill him. Forming a plan of attack. Later, Caden. Shepard leads the infiltration team forward into Saren's base. Entering, Shepard encounters the real threat behind all of Saren's plans. A Reaper known as Sovereign.
What is that? Some kind of VI interface?
Rudimentary creatures of blood and flesh. You touch my mind, fumbling in ignorance, incapable of understanding. I am Sovereign.
Sovereign isn't just some Reaper ship Saren found. It's an actual Reaper.
Reaper. A label created by the Protheans to give voice to their destruction.
Whatever your plan is, it's going to fail. I'll make sure of that.
Confidence born of ignorance. The cycle cannot be broken.
Cycle? What cycle?
The pattern has repeated itself more times than you can fathom. Organic civilizations rise, evolve, advance. And at the apex of their glory, they are extinguished. The Protheans were not the first. They did not create the Citadel. They did not forge the mass relays. They merely found them. The legacy of my kind.
Why would you construct the mass relays, then leave them for someone else to find?
Your civilization is based on the technology of the mass relays. Our technology. By using it, your society develops along the paths we desire. We impose order on the chaos of organic evolution. You exist because we allow it, and you will end because we demand it.
They are harvesting us, letting us advance to the level they need, then wiping us out.
We learn Saren's completely indoctrinated, believing aiding and eventually assimilating with the Reapers will preserve civilization as we know it. Synthesis option. If you know, you know. Learning the Reaper's harvest is part of an ancient cycle, and humanity, along with everyone else in the galaxy, is next.
Commander, we got that ship's
Abruptly ending our conversation, we head outside to plant several bombs in key locations to destroy the facility. Planting several bombs in key locations, we're ready to destroy the facility. But not before facing a tough decision, involving the survival of 2 squad mates. Well, tough if you actually care about Caden. Which I do not. Sorry.
Too late for us. There's just too many of them. I'm activating the nuke.
What the hell are you doing, Williams?
Making sure this bomb goes off, no matter what. It's done, Commander. Go get the lieutenant and get the hell out of here.
Belay that. We can handle ourselves. Go back and get
Williams, radio Joker and tell him to meet us at the bomb site.
Yes, Commander,
It's the right choice, and you know it, Ash.
Anyway, Shepard comes face to face with Saren.
An impressive diversion. Of course, it was all for nothing. I can't let you disrupt what I've accomplished here. You can't possibly understand what's really at stake.
Why are you doing this?
You've seen the vision from the beacons, Shepard. You of all people should understand what the Reapers are capable of. They cannot be stopped. Do not mire yourself in pointless revolt. Do not sacrifice everything for the sake of petty freedoms. The Protheans tried to fight, and they were utterly destroyed. Trillions dead. But what if they had bowed before the invaders? Would the Protheans still exist? Is submission not preferable to extinction? I'm not doing this for myself. Don't you see? Sovereign will succeed. It is inevitable. My way is the only way any of us will survive. I'm forging an alliance between us and the Reapers, between organics and machines. And in doing so, I will save more lives than have ever existed. But you would undo my work. You would doom our entire civilization to complete annihilation. And for that, you must die.
Hostile spotted.
Neither one can convince the other, and we're in for a tough fight. Though I want to highlight for a minute how well written of a villain Saren is. He has complex motivations along with ruthless methods, giving him depth beyond just another bad guy, without trying to drum up false sympathy for him.
Everybody, hang on!
After a tough fight, the bomb explodes and we escape. Virmire complete.
Did the vision make any sense to you?
It's a distress call. A message sent out across the Prothean Empire. A warning against the Reapers, but the warning came too late.
What about the Conduit?
There were other images, locations, places I recognized from my research. Ilos! The Conduit is on Ilos! That is why Saren needed to find the Mu relay. It is the only way to get
We need to get to Ilos.
Forget it. The Mu relay's inside the Terminus systems. Alliance ships are not welcome there. Neither are Spectres.
The Conduit's on Ilos, and that's where Saren is heading. I'll be waiting for him when he gets there.
Saren will have his entire fleet orbiting Ilos. You will never make... I am sorry.
We're done here.
Commander, there's a convoy nearby. I can link us in if you want to report back to the Citadel Council.
Set the link up, Joe.
Commander Shepard, I'm pleased to see your mission on Virmire was a success.
Saren is formidable enough without an army of Krogan serving under him.
The Krogan would have served Sovereign, a Reaper.
Yes, we saw mention of this on your report. Sovereign, Ascension machine, a true artificial intelligence. This news is quite alarming. If it turns
Sovereign's a Reaper. Saren admitted it.
He's playing you, Shepard. Saren still has contacts on the Citadel. He probably saw your earlier reports, the ones talking about your vision and the Reapers.
Discussing recent events with the Council, the next course of action is to follow Saren to Ilos, a Prothean planet with the key to this whole plan of bringing the Reapers back. Checking in with the team and, bonding with Liara. For the achievement, okay? Chill.
What have you got, huh?
We make an intense landing on Ilos. Encountering a large Geth force, we stay one step behind Saren, working our way through the Prothean ruins. Meeting a Prothean VI, we get some answers about this place, and what ultimately happened to the Prothean race.
This eventuality was one of many that was anticipated. This is why we sent our warning through the beacons. The Citadel is the heart of your civilization and the seat of government, as it was with us, and as it has been with every civilization that came before us. But the Citadel is a trap. The station is actually an enormous mass relay, one that links to dark space, the empty void beyond the galaxy's horizon. When the Citadel relay is activated, the Reapers will pour through, and all you know will be destroyed.
The Reapers can wipe out the Council and the entire Citadel fleet in a single surprise attack.
They're ruthlessly hunted into extinction by Reaper forces, and this facility was the housing place of trillions of frozen Protheans.
First support staff, then security. One by one, their pods were shut down to conserve energy.
Was because somebody forgot to pay the power bill.
Eventually, only the stasis pods of the top scientists remained active.
Also, the planet has a gateway to the Citadel, which just so happens to be a mass relay capable of calling the Reaper forces who are waiting in dark space to strike.
External defenses.
Correct. And once inside, he can transfer control of the station to Sovereign. Sovereign will override the Citadel systems and manually open the relay, and the cycle of extinction will begin again.
We are given an override to shut out the Reapers.
Through the Conduit, follow Saren. He will lead you to your destination.
But Saren's already through the gateway and we have no time to spare. Warthog jumping through the gateway and gaining the complete Ilos achievement. We arrive at the Citadel as it is being bombarded by Saren's forces, battling Geth inside and outside Citadel. Shepard and the crew face off with Saren himself, and well, several elite Geth. The fight is tricky due to constant interference. To make matters worse, Sovereign is here. Yeah, remember him? And the Alliance forces are engaged in an intense battle, while we combat Saren, defeating Saren and reaching the control panel to override the Citadel.
Vigil's data file worked. I've got control of all systems.
A critical point in the battle happens as the Council is attempting to escape. But if we attack now, the fleet risks being wiped out while Sovereign is still inside the Citadel.
Wait until those arms open, Joker. We need all our ships focusing on Sovereign, even if it means sacrificing the Council.
A sacrifice for the greater good. I only pray it is not made in vain.
Shepard, realizing there's only one shot at Sovereign, chooses to sacrifice the Council and take the shot at destroying the Reaper.
Nothing else matters.
You may choose differently in your playthrough, but this is the option I went with.
Commander, we're picking up reinforcements. It's the Alliance. Open a comm channel. This is the Ascension. We're taking heavy damage. Guardian defenses are over. Kinetic barriers are offline.
Commander, they closed the channel.
Opening the station's arms, we see Saren has been no-selling and rises up as a terrifying mutant form. With some General Grievous upgrades, we have a lengthy and intense boss fight. With what's left of Saren defeated, the Reaper's shield go down. Unleashing the entire force of the fleet, Sovereign goes boom. And the Citadel is wrecked, along with Shepard. But don't worry, we're still in Mass Effect 1, so good endings all around. Emerging from the wreckage like the hero we are, final 2 achievements in the game unlocked. For completing the game and completing the game on Insanity.
You should thank me for what I did.
Hoping the Reaper's threat is actually heated now, spoiler warning it's not, Shepard and his team prepare for what's next, which is Mass Effect 2. Finishing the game completely with 38 of 127 achievements unlocked for the entire collection. I have much more work ahead of me. At this point, 1 is still my favorite game, and I thoroughly enjoyed my playthrough. If you never got to the original release, please do yourself a favor. Pick up the Legendary Edition and play it through. It's unbelievably special to play all 3 games back to back. And with these gameplay improvements, it makes it so much easier to enjoy Mass Effect's truly incredible story. Please consider subscribing as it really helps the channel grow, and stay tuned for more Mass Effect.